Hello everyone, my name is Oreste KiddOre Abrantes, and I'm here with Bombazo Dance Co., showing you drumming 101 and with the art of making that drum talk. I'm going to show you how to tune your drum, okay? Now, not just any drum. Today specifically we are using barriles or barrels, just like you would use for wine or sugar back then to transport. But today we use that to drum, right? And there's a few things I'm going to mention to you that we need to make this happen. One thing is when tuning the drum, when you're playing, one of the things you need is a wrench, or we call it a key, right? And it looks like a regular wrench, but depending the size, you'll be able to use for the drum. So now, usually it's a 9 by 16 inch or 1.5 inch, right? And you use that to the barril drum. So in this case here, back then, if you see this here, these are knobs, tubes that you could tune with these. But before, back then, they were ropes that you tie to tune the drum. In this case, what you see here is the skin of a goat. It's a goat skin, right? And then here is wood, and they use this for decoration of metal. And then here, what we have today is tuning knobs, metal tuning knobs that you tune on each side to get a nice tone. But back then, again, like I said, was rope. And even more back was flame to get heat, to get a better sound on the drum. But today we have a more modern take on it, and it's easier for anyone to tune a drum. Now, when we're tuning a drum, my drum is already tuned now, but when we're tuning a drum, usually you start on your left side and you come to your right. Okay? So I will do it once here. You go to your left, it should lock, and then come from left to right. And you do the same thing one time to each knob, right? One time to each knob, left to right. And this is to tune the drum up. To tune the drum up, okay? Left to right. And then once you do all the knobs, you go back to a anchor or somewhere you won't get lost. So like for me, this drum for me has a line. So I always use somewhere I would never forget, like here. So this line, right to my right, the first knob will be here. I start left to right and do it again. Left to right, all the way back to where you started. When you get back to the anchor here, you do not tune. You finish here, left to right, and then you check with 2 bass and tone to see if it sounds good, if it has a nice tone to it, a nice sound, right? And something that a lot of times drummers, what they look for is to be comfortable with the sound. Okay, so you gotta look for that. Okay, the same thing, once you're done playing with the drum, no matter how long, you take the key again, the wrench or the key, as we say, llave in Spanish, llave, right? And you go again to your anchor. For me, this is my line, if you can see there. And then right on it, right on the right side is the first wrench, the first knob. And then instead of going left to right to tune up, we are going right to left to tune down, okay? Right, so you get it here, you get it locked in, right to left. And then you do it again, all the way to your anchor. Remember, this is my anchor. I just started here. And I go right back down, right to left. And I do it again, right, all the way to left. Again, right to left, right to left. Oops, slip there. That happens sometimes. It could slip, whatever the case, it really don't matter as long as you remember what you've done. So like sometimes you could do the whole thing. I slipped, so I had a little bit left, I do that. Right? So like you could do the whole thing. If let's say you slipped and you're halfway, this happens, you know, and you slip there, you just do the other half and complete, okay? But it's always right to left to untune the drum, okay? I'm almost there. All right, and then you check the drum. It should be lower than when you first heard it. All right, you hear that? And you do that again and again until the skin is relaxed. This is the skin, the goat skin, okay? Once it's relaxed enough that it doesn't have a tone, it's just kum, 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 then you are good to go. You let that go until the next day, and you tune it. You go right back in to your anchor, right? Which for me is the line here, and the first one to my right. And now you hear it, right? Now I'm gonna tune it back up. So now I'm gonna play, okay? So again, I tuned it down, I let it go, I put it away. The next day, I come back, I wanna play, I go back to my anchor, I get my key, my wrench, and I start with the first one from left to right, okay? Left to right, left to right. And remember, always get a nice grip. Always get a nice grip from left to right, left to right. 2 more times. Right here, let me get a grip here. There we go, left to right. And then 1 more. And here we get it here, there we go. Left to right, okay? And it should be a higher tone. Right? And that's how you tune a drum, depending how you feel with the tone. If you want to go a little bit up more, you can. If you want to go a little bit lower, depending your comfort, and at the same time, what tone you want to get. Because you can also do this melodically with a piano. If you want to be very, very more complex, more sophisticated in what tone you want to use for a certain song or recording or performance. Okay, but in this case, it's just a general tuning to get a tone and a tone that you like, that you're comfortable with. Whether it be up, middle, or lower, it's when you're comfortable. But as long as you have a tone that you can get a nice sound. And this is how you tune your bomba drum. Thank you everyone for joining in our tutorial class. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bombazo Dance Co. Remember to subscribe at our YouTube channel and hit that notification button to get all the updates on videos and performances. Thank you.